how you began to your career in acting.
Well, it's funny. I actually started off in the theater in Midland, Texas. My sisters were, my older sisters were in the theater, and I was having trouble making friends in Texas because we moved around quite a bit, and I ended up moving into Texas when I was about 12, 13 years old, I think, maybe 11. I was pretty young, and it was hard for me to make friends right away, so my parents threw me into the theater program with my sister. And I started working backstage doing set design and set building, and I ended up going up to the lighting booth, and I ran lights for shows, and I ran the soundboard for about a year. And then after about a year and a half of doing all the work behind, I just decided I wanted to try out and see if I could do that acting thing. And I tried out for one of the plays, and I got in, and I fell in love with it right then. And I kind of knew when I was real young, about 13, 14 years old, that I wanted to be an actor just because, I don't know, something about being able to, make people feel something, make people cry or laugh or just smile a little bit, just all those little things you can do. I suppose it's kind of like being Jasper, you can manipulate emotions a little bit.
Yeah. That's great. This is Kaylee. I was wondering, is there a choice role that you would like to play either on stage or in film?
Ooh, oh yeah, there are so many. Actually, there's a couple roles on stage that I've always wanted to play. I've always been a huge Shakespeare fan, and Much Ado About Nothing is one of my favorite shows, and Benedict is an incredible character that I've always wanted to kind of jump in to play, as well as Iago in Othello. Those two roles I feel like I've always just kind of gravitated towards. Benedict because it's a very, very witty, very quick role, and in Iago because it's very conniving, and he's the worst bad guy, and I really like those kind of characters.
That's great.
Yeah.
Are there any directors that you would like to work with?
Oh yeah. If Clint Eastwood would please hire me, I would do pretty much anything. Clint Eastwood's been a huge kind of idol to me, just his entire career ever since back in Gunsmoke. I've always been a huge fan of westerns, and his films that he's directed have just been beautiful. I just saw Gran Torino this December, and just kind of blew me away. And I guess that was his last acting film, is what I heard, which is just a terrible disappointment. But Gran Torino was an incredible movie, and Clint Eastwood just if I could work with that director, I could die happy.
Awesome. All right, got another fan question for you. Christy from Texas, she sent this in. What actor or actress would you love to work with more than anyone?
Probably Jack Nicholson. Once again, kind of another idol there in terms of his acting ability, and just the way he expresses himself on screen. He's just so raw and visceral, and he's someone I've always looked up to whenever I go into any audition. Him and Robert Downey Jr. are just two actors that I feel like every time I watch them perform, I'm riveted to what they're doing, and to be able to act with someone like that who has such believability and such just raw edge and energy like that, I think would really just kind of help me, especially as a young actor right now, just kind of find even better ways to express myself. And it's just, you work with the greats, you learn. You can't help but learn. I've learned from everyone I've ever worked with, and to get the chance to work with someone like Jack Nicholson or Robert Downey Jr. would just, oh my God, that would mean the world to me.
Cool. Yeah, I think I don't know if I could even decide who I would want to work with. There are so many wonderful actors and actresses out there. I probably would have a list of 100 at least, and I'd never get through them all. So,
yeah.
All right. I got a fun question for you that Christy sent in. If you could be any superhero, who would you be and why?
Ooh, any superhero. I've always I've always kind of had a certain predilection towards Spider-Man. I'm a photographer myself, and I've always kind of wanted to climb walls with just my hands and feet. And that seems kind of fun. But I was a huge fan of the comics back when I was a kid, and so I suppose that's where that comes from.
Nice. I like Spider-Man. That one would be a good one for me. I would have to say Wonder Woman for myself because there's not a lot of female superheroes out there. Now, are there?
No, there's really not. You know, you got Batwoman or Catwoman, or there really aren't too many. But Wonder Woman's pretty sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
So, yeah.
Oh yeah. I like the outfit. I'm not sure if I could pull it off, but we'll see. All right, another question for you from Tanya A. Tanya A. sent in. There has been some talk about how some of your co-stars are handling their new fame. So how are you handling the new fame that has been found from Twilight?
Myself, I'm just kind of, just going about my regular life. All I've ever really wanted to do is act and make music and write and just all avenues of the arts. And the recent kind of Twilight boost has given me more capabilities to do those. We've garnished more fans for our band 100 Monkeys from this Twilight fandom that's kind of bled over into the realm of our music, and which is fantastic. But it really hasn't changed my life too drastically. It's whenever I go back home, I'm still my older sister's little brother and my little sister's older brother. And I'm still my parents' son. And my friends are, they all still regard me as the same guy, and that's the only thing that I could wish for. Is to be able to be successful in my career and still have an amazing grounding in family and friends.
That's amazing. Well, you sound like you've really taken it with a lot of grace, and that's good. That's really good.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I have an amazing family, I got to say, and they've always kept me grounded, and they've always kept me just believing that you just got to be thankful for everything you have, and even thankful for the things you don't have, because well, you might get them one day, and if not, then hey, just be thankful for everything else you do have. It's kind of like karma. There's always good and bad in your life, and you got to make it up to yourself to focus on the good.
Exactly. All right. Well,